Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is currently 12:17 a.m. on this amazing, cold, perfect Halloween evening, Thursday evening, going into Friday morning. And I just got done filming a video with my good Judy Tanya Jean. We did like a 40-minute video talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Orange County, Atlanta, New York, Salt Lake City, even a little bit of Dallas. I think I'm gonna have to edit it down a little bit though, because it's really long and there's a lot of pieces where we're just kind of like talking about it, nothing. So I'm gonna edit it down a little bit. But so anyway, that I'm gonna post tomorrow. And then I was busy today. I got up and I got a bunch of stuff done and errands that I had to run, and I did a review video at Panda Express because I found out that their rangoons are just made of cream cheese, and so they are a vegetarian option. So I reviewed that today. And then Tucker and I went to the vet because he had to have his x-rays, which I feel like honestly was a rather pointless appointment because I kind of like, I was asking a technician, I was like, well, I guess I don't really understand then why we had the appointment, because so they took him back and they did it. I mean, I was only there for like 15 or 20 minutes, and they took him back and they did his x-rays. She was so sweet. She was like, he is such a good boy. They are always like so complimentary of Tucker, and he is just such a good boy, a sweet boy. And so she's like, he was so good back there. And so anyway, she was like, the vet, so there's several offices, and the vet was not at our office, or the office that I went to. And so the technician said that she called the vet, and the vet said that there's nothing new on the x-rays, and that the only reason that they did it and recommended it was because the university vet department, when they did the echocardiogram, they recommended a follow-up x-ray in 7 to 10 days, which I booked for the last, I think it was exactly a week that we came in and did it. So she was like, let's just, you know, like, she said, if you want to call tomorrow, the vet said she could talk to you tomorrow about like whatever. And so then I got home, and while I was filming a video, the vet called and left a long message and said that she didn't see anything new on the x-ray, and that she is like, feels good. She thinks we have a good plan in place with the medication, and just to do a follow-up. I mean, he's not coughing, you guys, so I don't know. And he just seems like so healthy and happy. I don't know, we're just gonna have to watch him closely. I will say, I talked to this woman for a long time when I was at the vet that was in front of me, and she had this cute little dachshund, and we talked about everything. She was telling me about how she spends her winters in Arizona in some small town, and she was talking to me telling me all about Arizona and the restaurants out there in this town they go to, where it's like horses drive, like people ride their horses all over town. It's some small town off of Scottsdale Road. She said it's like 45 minutes from Scottsdale, I think. So anyway, she was telling me all about that, but this cute little dog, this dog was like so nervous, and she was like, he just pants so much, you know, and Boo Radley gets really nervous, and so does Tucker. And she said she had found these treats that are supposed to be for dogs that have anxiety, and they're made by the company that does the Thunder Coats. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Thunder Coats are for dogs like when it's raining outside. Oh my God, the battery is dying on this already. I literally just started and the battery is dying. Well, I'm getting ready to pull into the post office anyway, so I'll change the battery. Well, it makes sense. I just filmed a 40+ minute, I think it was like 45 minutes with Tanya. 45-minute video with Tanya. And I don't even know, yes, the other battery that I have is fully charged. Okay, so, because I was like, oh, I was like, did I not bring it? Yeah, it's right here. Because the other battery was at home being charged. So anyway, she said that she found these treats, and they're supposed to like, they're all natural ingredients. It's like chamomile and stuff like that, and her vet in Arizona approved of them. And she said they do have a little bit of melatonin in it. But anyway, so she told me they're called Thunder Wonder, and they're just little treats. And she said they work like amazing, and her dog is small, and she only gives him like one of the treats. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I was gonna pull in here to read some comments before I get started on the rest of the vlog. So let me change the battery and I will be right back. Okay, I didn't really expect that battery to die that soon. So, oh my God, this battery is only at the halfway mark too. I'm gonna have to run home and get another battery. I thought this battery was full. This battery might be dead, actually, like completely dead. It'll flash red here in just a second if it is. I might have to run home and get a battery. I'm gonna text Alex. I don't think he's asleep yet. Okay, maybe it's not. Usually it like starts flashing red by about this time if it's dead. I thought I took a charged one out and put it like right in front on the counter. That's usually what I do when it's charged. But I was pre-filming so many videos for this weekend, I'll explain that in just a second, that I was like changing batteries out, charging them, so I didn't know which ones were fully charged. But the one that I brought with me to do the video with Tanya and I, like that one was fully charged, but I mean, it was like 45 minutes, so he just doesn't expect me home, so I don't want to scare him while I'm going home to get the battery. He'll be like, who's coming in the door? So, well, I will, oh, he just liked it. Okay. So I will vlog while I am driving home, and then I will get another battery, and we'll go from there. So anyway, this woman at the vet was really nice that I was talking to. So she told me her whole life story. He just sent me some picture. I don't know what he sent me. Yeah, and then we came home, and we got home a little bit after 5. And I filmed a drama video. And then I filmed a Peterisms video. And then I filmed, well, then I started pre-filming videos for this weekend. So I don't really know what our plans are gonna be, you know, but I also know that I wanna spend time with like Alex and just hang out with him and do Halloween kind of stuff and run around if we want to. And I also don't know if we're gonna end up going to this Halloween festival or not on Saturday. I kind of have a feeling we're not gonna end up going, but just in case we do, I want to have stuff like prepared for the weekend, you know, and because I want to put stuff up on my channels, obviously. So I pre-filmed videos for for every day for my Peterisms channel. I pre-filmed 2 review videos for my review channel. So I have my Peterisms channel and my review channel pre-filmed. I have the video for my drama channel for tomorrow, because that's what Tanya and I did. And then tomorrow I'm going to film 2 drama videos, one for Saturday and one for Sunday, or maybe just one. It'll depend on how I actually pre-filmed my Peterisms video for tomorrow too. So tomorrow I have to make a review video, and then I have to do 2 drama videos max, and then okay, the battery's dying. And then maybe a Peter Does Stuff video. And so at the most, I have 5 videos to film tomorrow. So I have kind of a full day tomorrow of stuff. But if I get all that stuff done the way I have planned, then I have videos posted for most of my channels for this weekend. The Peter Does Stuff channel, I thought I would just wait and like film stuff this weekend if we do something like go somewhere Halloween-y or whatever. So yeah, this battery was dead too, so it's dying. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Well, maybe I'll just like stop it now until I get home and get the other battery and listen to my audiobook. I'm listening to this new audiobook, the one that I got for Halloween, that's called The Midnight Man. You guys, it is so good. It's new. It just came out recently, and I was kind of surprised that it had such a high rating on it, but then I looked and it only had like 200 reviews or something, or 200 like where people had rated it. But I have to tell you, like, I'm blown away with how good this book is. It comes across at first like it's going to be paranormal, but it has like kind of a little bit of a paranormal element to it, but not really. But it's about these girls. It's about this family that the dad killed everybody on Halloween like 25 years ago, and then flash forward 25 years later. It takes place in England, flash in a small town called Slayton, and then I thought it was Satan at first, but it's Slayton. Then flash forward 25 years, and these 5 girls go there to like do kind of like this ghost hunt thing, and only 4 of them come back. So it's like this investigation, and there's like a killer on the loose, and it kind of like reminds me, I said this about the Alex North book, but it kind of reminds me of Silence of the Lambs a little bit. And then there's this female detective that has gone through this thing of her own, and she was gone from the force for a year, and she comes back and everybody's giving her a hard time, and she doesn't really get along with the sergeant very well, and she gets put on this case, and she has a connection to this black, it's called Blackstone Manor, I think. Blackstone Manor, I don't know. But it's really good, you guys, and it's really scary. And I have 2 hours left. I started it last night, and so I want to finish it tonight. So I'm really, really excited about that one. So, but I don't want the video just to stop recording at like a really awkward moment, because then I won't remember when I get back in the car what I was talking about. So I'm gonna stop it now, and I'm less than 5 minutes from home. So I'm gonna stop it now and then go get this battery, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I was trying to get this thing situated. There it goes. I thought I would sit here and read a couple comments. I was gonna go back to the post office, and I was like, why go back to the post office when you can just sit here and read some comments? It has been like raining all day today, and it smells like worms outside. So I have to tell you, I was listening to my audiobook a little bit. It is so good. It's by Carolyn Mitchell, and it's called The Midnight Man. I think that's what it's called. Hold on a second. It's called The Midnight Man, and it's by Caroline Mitchell. But I have to tell you, if you have Sirius Radio, on 148 Radio Classics, they play like old-time radio shows, you know, all day long. And right now they're playing Archie's Halloween Party, Archie Andrews, and this is the kind of stuff that my mom and I used to listen to back in the day, and like all week they've been playing Halloween stuff, and it's really cool. I listened to The Pit and the Pendleton the other night, and there was another one I was listening to as well. Okay. Hold on, Tanya's texting me. She left her Diet Pepsi in my car. So she was like, can you bring it by? Where did she put it? I don't see it in here. Oh, it's in the back seat. So I'm gonna drop it by her front porch. God, my straight hair is so short, can you believe it? Okay, let's read some of these comments from the vlog. Jacqueline said, hey Peter. Hey Jacqueline. The Rich of Life said, I don't think 3 people in a year is a lot. And she said, oh thank God. When I was talking about like one night stands. Michelle said, book recommendations reviews is my vote for YouTube Shorts. Oh, thank you. Okay. Mika said, Peter got some of that hottie sauce, and oof, look at him with his new haircut. Sierra put all blue hearts. Somebody said, JF Dab C said, so I guess the Willie Nelson idea is a no, huh? I mean, I think that's cute. But I don't want to put together, I don't really even want to do a costume this year, honestly. I just want to enjoy. I have to tell you, like, I am so excited about eating good food this weekend, and eating, like, Melissa's chili. I haven't had chili this entire fall season, and I'm really excited about that on Sunday. And, I was actually thinking about for my friend Erin's party, because she makes everything, but then, you know, people can bring stuff too. And for some reason, I don't know if I saw this somewhere or whatever, but it was macaroni and cheese in a crock pot, and I'd never heard of that before. And so I was looking up recipes, and it's really super easy to do, and it's supposed to make like the best macaroni and cheese in the entire world. And I was like, oh my God, you guys know how much I love macaroni and cheese. So I was like, maybe I'll make, why was I looking this up? I can't remember. I was like, maybe I'll make macaroni and cheese for Erin's party on Saturday, but I don't know, I have to call her and see if she needs me to. Minimalist said, hi Peter. Heather said, Peter, look up Joyland by Stephen King. It's a cute little mystery book. I think it would be the perfect intro to Stephen King for any beginner. Anywho, love you. You know, I actually have that in a paperback inside, so I'll maybe read that. Haley said, I can't imagine you doing a Peterisms in 60 seconds. I love your in-depth thoughts on what that meditation means to you. I mean, I will watch anything you post. So, by the way, your haircut looks amazing on your Silver Fox status. Oh, thank you. Well, it would just be kind of like a meditation or an inspirational quote for the day. It wouldn't be like anything more than that, you know, to talk about. But hey, I appreciate that. Teppy said blue hearts. Deb said yes, another Peter and Michael video from Pathology. Kimberly put ghosts. Oh, because she watched it all the way through to the end. Another Jacqueline said, The Green Mile is one of those movies that I think is a great movie, but I will never ever watch again. Do you know, it's interesting because like as you get older, I don't know if other people think about this or not, but it's like, there are so many books that I really loved at the time that I thought would be like rereads, and I don't really reread books that often, or movies that I loved, and I'm kind of at a point now where I'm like, there are certain movies and books that I know that I'll never revisit in my life, which is kind of sad, you know, but like, at the same time, it's like To Kill a Mockingbird, the last time that I read it, it didn't sit the same way with me as it had before. Like, I really realized in reading it that I really love the movie more than the book, and that really the connection that I have with that book has so much to do with my mom. And so the movie, and I haven't even seen the movie in a while. I keep on saying that I'm gonna, you know, like Alex and I'll watch it together, but I haven't even seen the movie, and I don't know, it's probably been 2 years, 3 years, something like that. Maybe it was the last time that I read the book, which I think was 2 years ago. The last time I listened to it was Sissy Spacek narrating it, because I love Sissy Spacek, and I didn't love the narration, and I really realized that what I love about it is the movie. I love Mary Badham as Scout in the movie, you know, and Gregory Peck as Atticus, and I just love the music. The music is like some of the most fantastic soundtrack music ever. If you've never heard it, I love it. And if you've never heard the soundtrack to Kill a Mockingbird, you've never seen the movie, just like listen to it online. It's fantastic. So I understand that about not watching it again. She also said, Jacqueline said, I really love your short videos ideas, especially if you did one with book recommendations. I would especially love to hear some cozy mystery recommendations. Oh, I love that. Okay. Love It All said, Love Fit All said, oh my God, I love you so much. I love you too. Coco Jean said, too bad you couldn't go as Boo Radley. You could go as a DJ or a music festival goer. Somebody else recommended a DJ, and I almost thought about that. It's funny about the Willie Nelson comment, because I really did think about that. I was like, that's actually, like, I could do a headband, and I could do a braid, and I could do an old t-shirt and stuff. Like, I thought, like, that is not a bad idea. That was not a bad idea for a costume. So, Boo Radley's like, I don't really know what you would do as Boo Radley is where, because he wears like a button-down collared shirt and like khakis, and he just like this looks out of it. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know really what you would do to go as Boo Radley. Not my dog, Boo Radley, the character in To Kill a Mockingbird. Erica J, not the Erica J, but a different one, said, I have so many other books I need to be reading, but you have me in a cozy mystery mood. Currently on book 2 of The Blackwood Bay, which is by Misty Bain. They are so good so far. Okay, I'm screenshotting that because I could take any cozy mystery series recommendations. Gina said, I am starting the book. This is the thing with cozy mysteries is they're not super deep, and the character development usually is so good by the second book that you're like in love with like 3 or 4 characters, right? And the thing is that they typically go on for 10 to 20 books, and so it's like you get to be in the same town with the same people, and it's just like basically the same mystery but different over and over and over again, and they're just really, I don't know. And then there's a lot of food in them, which I love food, you know, and the people are just really endearing, and it's kind of like watching a television show that you've fallen in love with through the years. And for me, what I really like about him is I can take hardcore, you know, sex and violence in a book. I don't really mind that. It's funny because there's a character in the book that I'm listening to right now, and she hates that, right? I'm like, oh, you'd love cozy mysteries. But there's none of that. But, I mean, sometimes it's like intimacy is kind of implied and stuff in these books. You know, like in the Misfortune books, it's kind of implied at times and other stuff. But, well, definitely in the Dorinda Jones books. I mean, there is kind of some passionate erotic scenes and, you know, in those books. But in The Bad Day for Sunshine and Good Day for Chardonnay, there definitely is. But with the main character, Sunshine Vikram. And other ones too, I think I've seen some of that. I don't, like, for me, like, that doesn't add or detract from a book. Like, I don't need that. I know that there are people out there that really love to read that, but for me, it doesn't add or detract anything. So I don't need that in a book. So for me, just to see the building of relationships, like, that's what I really enjoy, you know, because it almost feels like these people are my friends as well. And cozy mysteries are just so easy. I don't know what it is. It's just like, with other books, I feel like I really have to, like, pay attention and know, like, every detail of what's going on, or I'm gonna miss something in the book. But with cozy mysteries, I don't feel that way, you know? Okay, Gina said, I am starting the book, Apples Never Fall, today. Yay! GSL Makeup said, 60-second book recommendations sound great. Okay, I'm going to do those then. Sarah said, hello, Peter. I'm going to start them, I think, November 1st. We'll start them next week. I'm ready for Halloween to come and watch some scary movies, but usually I watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. Some of my friends have watched and have seen Halloween Kills. I need to watch that and let you know what I think. I want to hear what you have to think about that, Sarah. Tammy put 3 red hearts. Hey, Andrea's Life put Halloween emojis. Oh, she put a crystal ball. She put a scary spider, and I don't know what the third thing is. Looks like a crab or something, and a blue heart. So she was listening to the very end. Okay, because I asked people if you watch to the very end, put that on there. Monet said, hello, Peter. I have no plans for Halloween. I am starting a new book about 2 guys who have to fake a relationship, and one of them is a sailor. Okay? What's the book? Monet's so funny because she always, like, I love this about her. She always, like, says what the book is about, but she doesn't say, like, the title of the book, which I love. We should I'm gonna have to start guessing what the books are. They have to fake a relationship, and one of them is a sailor. I don't know what that could be. Yes, but hey, Monet, how are you? She's so good about, you guys are all so good about commenting on my videos. Okay, Joelle said, yes to another Michael video. Okay. Joelle has been getting a lot of shout outs on all my channels lately. I think it's going to Joelle's head, and then I saw her over on the Vloggerinos, and I was like, okay, like, listen, this friendship between me and Joelle, it's like, it's gonna probably have to come to an end, because I think it's just going to her. I'm joking. I love it so much. Okay. You're so sweet, Joelle. Elizabeth put 15 blue hearts. Mr. Thunderbolt said, oh my god, I love the Disney Sleepy Hollow. I watch it every year. I love it too. It's so fun. And it's kind of scary too. Charlie's Corner said, 9th, LOL, being first is overrated. Anywho, hope everyone is having a good day. Okay, and then she said Veronica. And then Troy said, to my amazing fellow vloggerinos, whatever is worrying you right now, forget about it. Take a deep breath, stay positive, and know that things will get better. Also, be kind to others, because it's the right thing to do, and it's a nice thing to do, be too much. Aw, I love that. Thank you, Troy, for that. Stephanie said 3 firsts. We are all winners. Okay, I'm going to tell you who's first, and it's Bree. She said, wait, am I finally first? And then Jennifer thought she was first. She wasn't, sorry. She was second, actually. Allison W. was third. Teresa, who just put emojis, she was fourth. Troy was fourth, or fifth. Mr. Thunderbolt was sixth. And Stephanie S. was 7th. Is that my friend, Stephanie? Okay, I'm gonna go through here and just randomly pick some comments. So many people were so nice about the haircut. Thank you. Aaron and Dawn both said nice things about it. So did Lauren. So did NyQuil 45. Shaylin said, I am convinced that I do not have a creative bone in my body. I wish I did. Does Tanya use Goodreads? I would be curious how many. She doesn't use, she can't even remember what the titles of the books are that she reads, let alone the authors. Okay, if you have creativity in you, you just haven't found yet, like, where it's at. Like, if it's with reading a book or scrapbooking or, you know, whatever. One of the things I would recommend, you know, not everything that we consider creative is in, like, an arts and crafts store. So, like, at Michael's or whatever, you know? I mean, to me, like, cooking or sewing, which sewing and some cooking, I guess, stuff is at, like, Michael's or whatever, or Hobby Lobby or whatever craft store you go to, but and I like Michael's better, honestly. But, you know, what I would recommend if you want to have something is just walk through there and see, does anything speak to me? Try some different things out. Just because you're, you know, try it and see if you enjoy it. You don't have to be good at something to enjoy it, you know? Do finger painting, do coloring books, you know? Start a garden if you want to. Read, you know, organize. I mean, I think there's so much creativity in so many things that I think when we talk about creativity, we think that it has to be like, in an arts kind of way, or singing or theater or whatever. But like, I consider some of the people in my life that are so creative are so in ways that like, oh, that is a really creative, that was like thinking, I think creativity to me is thinking outside the box, you know, in whatever it is you're doing. So, you know, like I remember I haven't seen her in a long time, this host at the Meijer, when you would walk in, she would like greet everybody differently, and she was like over the top, right? Like, I feel like that's really creative. Like, I think whatever you do, you know, like you can be creative in just how you interact with other people and stuff. It doesn't necessarily, I think it's maybe more of a way of thinking, you know? Bree said, one more, I love you. Your hair looks gorgeous on you. Love it. Aw, thank you. Ray said, Peter looking fly with the haircut. I'm so glad I told my hairstylist to go short. That's cool. Tori said, you're talking about all this stuff you bought in this video. Buy some batteries. Hey, Tori, I showed my new battery that I bought in one of my videos that I pre-filmed today. So there's that. Okay, this hair on you looks, but I know that I need to like have new batteries. They're expensive though. When I went to go in there and buy one, it was expensive. The hair on you looks so good. Thank you, Elizabeth. She said, honestly, it makes your face slimmer, and I love that the stylist said, who cares, if you like it, do it. I love that too. Jacqueline said, Christy McNichol, Tatum O'Neal, Ryan O'Neal's daughter, yes, and Matt Dillon were in Little Darlings. Oh my God, Matt Dillon, I totally forgot about that. So many people are saying such nice things about my, Chris said, I love you, Ghost, LOL. Tatum O'Neal was the co-star of Little Darlings, said Minimalist. You guys are, I love all these comments, they're so sweet. Okay, let me read. I'm trying to like get down here. Michelle said, why am I up at 3 a.m. while on vacation? Subconsciously, I sensed a vlog. Oh my God, you guys are so nice about my hair. Used by Juice said, please need a 360 of your hair. Well, when I do my hair next, I'll do a 360 of it. She also said, the 26th was my 25th birthday. Happy birthday! I had a doctor's appointment and got prescribed meds for high blood pressure. I just got out of a 6-year relationship. This was my first birthday without having a party. Needless to say, I relate to this title, A Long Day. Well, happy birthday anyway. And next year, you're going to have the best party ever. Okay. Libby said, I think the short hair makes you look more thin, not the other way around. Aww. Sandy said, Peter, I don't comment very often, but when I do, I mean it. Your new haircut looks fantastic on you. I love it. Oh, you guys, my gosh, I just can't even believe this from one haircut. So nice. Okay, now I'm into the comments that I read from the day before. Are there any new comments? Let's see if there's a newest comment. Nope, the last one was Jacqueline, and that was 40 minutes ago. So anyway, thank you guys so much for all of those comments. I appreciate that. Oh, look, I just got a new subscriber. I went from 454 to 455. I don't think I've got a new subscriber on this channel in a year. Okay, so I asked Tanya. She said, if you're by this way, can you drop my Diet Pepsi on the front porch? If not, don't worry about it. I said, yeah, sure. Do you need it right now? And she said, no, not at all. So I'll bring it to her in just a little while. All right. Should we go drive around and vlog for a little bit? I still have my coffee from earlier today. I have to tell you guys, first of all, I can't stand these things after the coffee is like cold. They just like fall off. I have decidedly so made the decision that I prefer Dunkin' Donuts coffee way more than Starbucks. I know, I can't even believe I'm saying it, but I do. But the problem is that Starbucks is so close to me, so it's so much easier. So today, after I did, because I did the review for, this is cold. Today, I did the review, oh, little bunny rabbit. Somebody told me that they, every time they see a bunny rabbit, oh, there's another little bunny rabbit. Oh my gosh. There was a bunny rabbit in our front yard well, there has been a couple nights in a row when I've come home just sitting there in the front yard. And at first I couldn't like figure out like why it was just like in our front yard like every night. And our neighbor has completely let her bushes go crazy. And so like they're big again. They like were, you know, cleaned up this summer, but now that it's rainy and stuff, she's just kind of like, well, whatever, I think, because it's winter. These people like decorated their whole front yard, and it's got like ghosts and a graveyard and everything. It's so cute. But you can't really see it because it's dark out and they don't have any lights on it. So there was this little bunny rabbit in our front yard, and this is interesting. A car coming from my neighborhood right behind me. There's never a car coming out of our neighborhood this late at night. This is interesting. They're kind of hanging back, too. Huh. So, anyway, there was this little bunny rabbit, like, in the front yard, and so I got out, and it just stood there, and it was standing by this bush, and, so I got out and I was like, hi, Mr. Bunny, how are you doing? And I just kind of kept on looking at it, and it just like stood in place. Like, you know, they just like stand real still. And then when I walked up, I was like halfway up the walk and I heard like chirping. Well, chirping is kind of like, I don't know if I'm explaining it the right way, but it's kind of like how little baby bunnies sound. And I was like, do we have another nest of bunnies like in the front yard? Because you remember how like in our walkway in the hostas, we had, bunnies up there. And I was like, do we have more bunnies up there now again? Like, and I didn't look because I didn't want to disturb the nest if there was little bunnies in there, but I thought that that was really interesting. This car is like, this is interesting. I don't know what's going on. Do you know when you can tell a car is kind of like going slow, like purposely? That's what this feels like. I don't think I'm being followed, obviously. So anyway, what was I talking about before that? I don't even remember. What was I talking about? I was gonna go one way for my vlog, but I think I'm gonna go a different way, and then on my way home I can drop off Tanya's Diet Pepsi. What was I gonna say? I was reading those things and I was talking about the bunny. I don't know. I have no idea what I was saying. I was distracted by the car. So anyway, yeah, I'm real excited about this weekend. It'll be fun. I hope though that it like dries up because it's been like rainy all week long, and it's whatever. Rain is kind of like, you know, rainy and Halloween is kind of fun, but like, I don't want it to be so rainy that you like can't go out and enjoy stuff. Well, they're not following me because they're turning the other way. Maybe I'll look and see if I know this person, if it's like one of my neighbors that I know. They have their windows all blacked out, but they have like kid stuff hanging from the back window, so it's obviously not, it's not a serial killer. I feel like this thing is like cutting me off the top of my head. I don't know why I want to keep on looking over at it. I was looking for all of my old hats tonight. I was like looking, I went through and like threw out a bunch of old hats, well, donated them, but that I had that were brand new. I had some hats that I bought that were brand new and I never wore them, and so I donated them. And then I had some hats that I had worn quite a bit, and then I just like got rid of those hats. And so I was looking for whoever oh, it was so funny because I was talking about, I think it's Erica, who I met at Horror Hound Weekend, and she's in the Vloggerinos group, and she posted a picture of when she and I met at the Vloggerinos thing, right? And I had this, it was like kind of denim gray hat, and I was like, what happened to that hat? Like, I know I didn't lose that hat. The corduroy hat that I lost, I know I left that on a plane. I took it out of my backpack, and I set it to the side, and I think I just left it in, there was an empty seat between me and the other guy, and I left it in between the seat, and that hat is gone for good. I found that hat because online, and I bought another hat like that, which I couldn't find for years, and like 2 years I couldn't find that hat. And then finally, I don't know, this summer sometime, whenever I bought that hat, I found it, and I was like, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I Googled corduroy D-squared icon hat, and finally that hat popped up, and I was like, are you kidding me? And it was on some like resale site, but it was brand new. I mean, when it came in the mail, it was brand new with the D-squared tags and everything on it, and it was the same exact hat. It sets a little different on my head though, so I have to break it in. But anyway, I have this other icon hat. Do you guys remember I always wore the icon hats before I wore the Gorin Brother hats? And so in that picture, I have this hat on that it's kind of denimish gray, but I love that hat. And I was like, where is that hat? Like, I used to wear that hat all the time. And I'm starting to think that stuff's like, I don't know, like I got holes in the universe in my room or something, and stuff's disappearing. But like, I had a whole stack of hats in the corner of my room where I need to clean out that whole corner because I've got so much stuff over there. But I went through all these hats that I had, and I was like, it wasn't in there. I have like, you know, 15 Gorin Brother hats or something, and it wasn't there. And I was like, where did I, and I have some hats in the closet too. And I was like, where did I put those hats? Like, I have no idea, that hat, where I have no idea where it's at. I found the corduroy one. The corduroy one was in that pile, but it's not there. And you guys, I went through the entire coat closet. I mean, I went through every coat. And there were, I was going to go through there and like, you know, take out all the coats that we don't want anymore and donate them. And there wasn't one coat in there that I don't want anymore. They're actually, most of the coats that are in there are Alex's. So, but I looked through that whole thing for that Ralph Lauren coat, and I can't find it anywhere. And so I looked it up online. They do have it online, and I thought about buying it, and I'm like, oh, I already have 2 coats that for winter. I have the UGG coat. Well, I have that black coat that's in the back, but that one's not, this is not a winter coat. Like, this is warm for the fall, but it's just basically like a zip up fleece. I mean, it's not going to be warm and like when it's like really cold outside, but the UGG coat will. But the thing about that, like, kind of like, it wasn't a, I guess they called it a bomber jacket, a puffy bomber jacket or whatever, is like, it was really great with snow and rain because it just, you know, was like that material. But I feel like I got it on sale for like less than $100, and on the Ralph Lauren website, it's not. It's expensive. And on eBay and stuff, it's even more expensive than the Ralph Lauren website, which I thought, why would you pay for something more expensive on the eBay than you could actually get the real thing off the website, like, you know, from the website or the company, and pay less? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so I thought about getting the other one. I might, but I'm just like, I know that we'll go to Edinburgh for outlet shopping for the day, like Black Friday shopping. Well, I'm gonna go. I don't know if Alex will go, but I'll drive down there by myself if he doesn't want to go. He didn't want to go last year, so I'll go though. Did I go by myself last year? I think maybe I did. Tanya didn't want to go. He didn't want to go. I don't remember. I feel like maybe I just went by myself. But anyway, I'll go down there because there's always some good things to get. And I do want to go to Abercrombie, and I do want to go to the Ralph Lauren store. And if they have that coat there, see, that's what I'm kind of like waiting. I'm like, well, maybe I should just wait until I mean, we're less than a month away from Black Friday. Then I can go down there, and then if they have it, I can get it there. Because I think that's where I got it before, and I got it on sale and it was like $99 or something, which, I mean, is a lot better than $200. Let's just be for real. I mean, that's a $100 sale, right? By the way, can I just tell you guys? So I bought that Pendleton blanket, okay, for our front porch, and it was a twin, and they had it at Costco, and it was $19.99. I loved the print so bad that I wanted it for our main bed. Not like as a comforter, but just as like a big throw to pull up, like when it's cold at night, like to pull it up even farther and stuff like that, you know? I loved the blanket. I thought it's really pretty, and it's a really nice like fleece. And Boo Radley is so funny. He loves it. He like makes his little bed, he digs in it, and then he makes his little bed in it and rounds it up so he can sleep in it, and he loves it, how soft it is. And Tucker rolls his back on it. You guys, I mean, it's the most amazing blanket in the world. And they have like 4, well, so anyway, I was there the other day. When I first went and looked, they only had twins. And so that's why I bought it and used it for the front porch. And I thought in the winter, when I bring it inside, we can just use it as like a throw while we're watching TV or something. Because Alex has always got like blankets over him. Hell, he uses that Snuggie thing all the time. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? That like big hoodie, you know, but it's a Snuggie and it has like, you know, has your arm and it has a hood and everything. I mean, he loves that thing. Seriously, he and his friend Sarah, like, they use that thing all the time. And he got him last year for his grandma and for his mom and everybody. I mean, he swears by that thing. So I thought, well, I'll just get this, you know, I want to get this twin blanket and then I'll bring it inside in the winter. Okay, so, but I really wanted a king size one for a bed. So when I was at Costco the other day, they had them in, like, they had a bunch of different prints and, they had a bunch of different like Southwestern prints, but in king size. And I was like, are you kidding me? And they were like, you guys, I want to say they were $39.99, but I almost feel like they were cheaper than that, honestly. And they were the brand Pendleton, and which is like a really nice, you know, they have sweaters and coats and okay, the wonderful brand, okay? And I love that brand. And they always do the most amazing like flannel shirts and stuff like that. And it's kind of pricey usually. Now this is where it's funny because at Costco, I don't find that tons of stuff at Costco is really that less expensive than at other places. I just feel like, yeah, maybe like a family-sized jar of, you know, ketchup or something, or mustard or mayonnaise or something like that. But I feel like by and large, even like some of the big screen TVs and stuff, like I don't feel like they're really that great of a deal. So I was kind of surprised by this, and I didn't really think much about it. I thought, oh, okay. It stopped. Okay, so I didn't think much about it. I just thought it's like $40 for this king size blanket. I think like that's kind of fair. You know, it's probably a little bit more expensive than most blankets, but I think it's for a king size. I mean, it's like California king size. I thought, well, that's fair, right? And I went back and forth between these two prints. I was either going to get the print because it's like striped print, right? That's exactly like the one that we had on the front porch because they have that in a king size, or this one that I ended up getting. It's more like yellows, reds, and blues. It's like blue, then it has these huge stripes of yellow, orange, and red, and it kind of looks like a sunset. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna get this one instead. You know, and I'm thinking about going back because they had a red and white one that it was like red and white and like tan, and it was kind of like, it wasn't snowflakes, but it was kind of like some what do you call it, some like motif to it or logo. And I'm thinking about going back and getting it because I think it would match perfectly with our Christmas duvet cover. Okay, so tonight I took a picture of it and I tagged it on my Instagram. So I was like, you know, sometimes I like mistag things because if you tag something like, maybe there's Pendleton and it's like, I don't know, like Pendleton bookstore, and maybe there's Pendleton, the clothing, home decor brand, right? But like I'll tag the wrong one because you don't know which one it is. So I typically go and I search the website and then like look it up and see what their Instagram is. And so then I went to their website, I couldn't find it on there, so then I Googled and it was Pendleton WM. But when I was on the website, I was like searching for the blanket because I was like, I want to make sure that this is the right Pendleton, right? Even though it's the same logo and everything. That blanket that I got for $39.99 is upwards of $300 on that website. What? You guys, I could not, I'm not lying to you. Go to the website. It's like $200 to $300. I think it was like $200 to something or $300. It was like right around $300 for the king size. I was blown away. I could not believe it. I was like, are you kidding me? And every style that they had of this blanket, they had at Costco. I didn't see any queen sizes, but they had king and they had twin. But I wasn't looking for queen. They may have had queen. I just was like, I can't believe that this blanket. So if the cheapest on there, I should pull it up and look for it, you guys. If the cheapest on there was $19.99 at Costco, on the website, it's like $200 and something. I was like, this like seriously cannot be. I'm actually gonna pull in up here because I want to tell you guys the exact prices because I was blown away. I was like, this is unreal. Like, this is a savings beyond belief, you know? And then I was like, well, maybe I need to go and buy these for people for Christmas. Like, maybe this would make a, you know, a great Christmas present for people. So I may go back there and buy them. And then the other thing was something that I reviewed this weekend that I bought at that I bought at Costco. It's Halloween themed. But when I was going through it, I originally thought it was like $39.99, but then the more I thought back on it, I was like, I think you paid $19.99 for this thing that I reviewed. And it is I mean, you get so much for what I bought. Like, I was like, not that I didn't think it was $39.99. That was a blanket. I thought it was like, I thought it was $29.99, or I thought it was around $30, but I think it was $19.99 that I paid. And I was like, this is unbelievable that this was so cheap. Like, look, you get so much of it, right? And I just was blown away. That video is going to be up on Saturday. So I guess I need to start looking a little closer at Costco. I mean, yes, their food and stuff is a lot cheaper, but you usually have to buy it in bulk and stuff like that, you know? Okay, where am I gonna pull in here? I'm gonna pull into this. I've been thinking about going to this place to do a Gordon food service store. I've been thinking about going to this place to do a video, but then I'm like, who'd care? Because I've never been in here before. I don't even know really what it is. Food, I guess it's a grocery store, maybe? I never see anybody in the parking lot here. I never see anybody at this place. It's like a little grocery store or something here. I'm gonna drive by here and look and see what it is. I've never gotten this close to it, actually. What is that? Is it just a grocery store? Sign up to order online. Yep, I see produce right inside. I guess it's just a grocery store, like a little local grocery store. Cute. I feel like this used to be a CVS, because it looks like a CVS inside. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you about this Pendleton blanket. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. I cannot wait to listen to the end of my book because it is so good. I wish I would already have this Pendleton already pulled up. Maybe I didn't, because I usually close out my tabs. Oh, I did. Did I not close out my tabs? Hold on. Crab meat Rangoon from earlier. Here it is. I had it pulled up still. Okay, here's the blanket. So I'm going to show you guys to prove this. They have all these different prints on here. I wish they don't have all of them at Costco. I wish they did. Alex would not like me having this one, but there's one that has like a black horse running through a snowstorm, and it says a horse called paint blanket. I don't think Alex would love that though. See, there's a couple on here. San Miguel blanket, and it's like gray and has these big crosses on it, and black and white and red. I think that would be so pretty with our Christmas thing. I need to look at the one that they had on here. That Grand Canyon National Park throw. That's not it. It's the print that we have, but that's not it. I wanted to first look at the blanket that I bought for the front porch. What is that one? That is so pretty. Fifth Avenue Glacier Park Merino throw. I think they're just like over a chair kind of thing. Where's the blanket that I bought for the front porch? I saw something that I thought looked like it, but I wasn't sure if it was or not. I mean, you guys, these prints, go over to pendleton-usa.com. I mean, it is beautiful on here, okay? But they're all like $269 to $319, $239 to $319 for this one blanket that is really pretty. Okay. So let's start with the one that I got that was the throw. And here it is. And it only has one size on here, though. Oh, it says queen. Queen is $319, you guys. Okay, so let's look at the other one, because then maybe it'll tell us the twin. Grand Canyon, here, I'm gonna show it to you, and you guys can you can look on my, do you see this? Is it like focusing? You can look on my Instagram and you'll see. This is the exact one we have on our bed, okay? Exact. And it says, oh, $3.19 for that. What size is that? Queen. So a queen is $3.19, and I got the king size for $39. I got $300 off this blanket. Like, that's almost unbelievable to me. It's calling these things throws. And the throws are $199. So even if the thing that I got out front is just a throw, it was $19.99 and I got it for $199, and they're calling it a twin blanket. I just couldn't believe it. I just absolutely could not believe it. Let's look at the men's clothes really quick. Oh, they have shoes. What kind of shoes do they have? Let's see. You know I love shoes. Boring. Oh, they only have one pair of men's shoes? Who'd care? Okay, let's see. Men's clothing featured. Let's see men's clothing featured. Flannel shirt, $149. Sweater. He didn't even look that good in that sweater, and they have him as a model on it. $179. This coat, men's Brownsville shirling collar, $25. Oh, it's $359 for that? You couldn't even wear that every day of the week. It's such a big deal. Okay, no thank you. Men's board shirt. Their stuff is expensive. No, oh, I mean, it's cute, but I mean, it's not that cute. My husband would love some of these sweaters. A lot of this kind of stuff, they have similar things like at Old Navy and places like that. But like, this is men's Sedona ripstop Coach jacket. Oh, it's $146. Not that expensive. I don't really like it that well. Even their like just t-shirt, this is Pendleton on it, is $29.50. Oh, look at this coat. Men's Highlander canvas field coat. Let's see how much it is. $146. It's on sale. A Pendleton red coat. So this is, I actually have a vintage Pendleton coat in my basement that looks very similar to this. And, but it's longer, and it's an actual Pendleton hunting coat. Theirs on here is $123. I wonder if mine would be worth anything. I'm not going to give it away, though. I'm going to keep on. I got it at a thrift store years ago. This coat is like a pea coat, and it's just so boring. Men's Ottawa down top coat. $318. No, thank you. Another t-shirt that says Pendleton on it. $29.50. I don't think that, but I was blown away by that. I couldn't believe it. This crab rangoons, well, they're not crab rangoons. The rangoons that they have at, what do you call it? Oh, shoot. At Panda Express that I went to today. You guys, they are so good. But apparently I got the wrong sauce, and that's not my fault. They gave it to me. They didn't give me any sauce at all. And so then I was like, do I get sauce with this? And he's like, do you want plum sauce? I was like, yeah, I guess. I didn't know what sauce I was supposed to get. And so everybody was like, I was on the review, and everybody was like, you got the wrong sauce. They were supposed to give you sweet and sour sauce. And I was like, I didn't know. I didn't know. I wanted the right sauce, but I don't think it would have made a difference. But they're really good. Do you ever see, I'm like driving by these like houses over here, they're like in this neighborhood, but you can see like the windows up, like in the back of it, like one window, and you know, lit up in the back of the house. And I said to Tanya one night we were driving around, I said, do you ever wonder like when you drive by people's houses, like what they're doing in there late at night? When I drive like on the interstate, I always wonder that, like late at night, like what people are doing, like if they're watching a movie, you know, or like there's a serial killer trying to like get them and kill them. I mean, I can't help it with the stuff that I read, you know, I just can't. So tonight, I'm going to finish this book, and then I'm going to start Hocus Pocus, which I'm very excited about. But honestly, I'm ready for cozy mysteries. No, but honestly, I could read just another scary book like this. But I am kind of like, I feel like all of these mystery books that I've been reading are so similar that I'm kind of ready to move on to something a little different, you know, like even the cozy mysteries that I read, the towns are different, the people are different. So it's like, even though they're kind of like, it's the same formula, it's like they're so completely different from one series to the next. These are, they're just kind of seems to be a little formulaic, I guess, but a little similar. I don't know. I don't know really how to explain it, but, or explain what I mean by it. I guess it doesn't matter. You know that Bob Dylan, do you know that Bob Evans that I used to go to over there? Do you know it closed down like forever ago? Have they even turned it into anything? I don't even look when I go by there anymore. No, just closed down for good, I guess. Goodbye, Bob Evans. I haven't been there forever because I used to go there, oh my God, all the time. Do you guys remember when I was back in the day? I would go there just by myself during the middle of the day, and I would get up and I would, you know, make some videos, and then I would go, I think I did do a mukbang there one time, and I would get 2 orders of sausage biscuits and gravy. I call it sausage biscuits and gravy. It's biscuits and gravy, but I would get 2 orders, and then I can't remember what else I would get. I got a side of hash browns, smothered and covered, and that's with gravy and cheese on it. Oh, their hash browns are so good there. They're real buttery. And then I feel like I got something else, like maybe toast or something. I can't remember. But it wasn't expensive, and you could like get all this kind of stuff, you know, like, I think maybe I would get like an egg to like a sunny side up to like dip my toast in. I used to love to do that back in the day. Is it been out of focus again? Come on now, don't do that. But I used to like to do that. It's interesting, when I used to go to breakfast places, once I got onto like omelets and stuff, well, that's not true. I guess I've been eating a gluten-free waffle from time to time at Cafe Panda. But I used to, like, when I was a kid, if we went to breakfast stuff, or like when we would go out of town and do room service, or we would go down to the restaurant and have brunch, like if my dad and I went out, I always got a waffle or pancakes or French toast. Always, 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 always. And typically it was, you know, like a Belgian waffle with strawberries and, you know, like, what do you call it? Powdered sugar and whipped cream and the whole 9 yards. I mean, that was always what I got. And as I got older, like, I kind of liked, I don't know, more saltier stuff for brunch. I kind of go back and forth though. But even with like the gluten-free waffle, I get a side of the potatoes, because I just love the potatoes at Cafe Panda so much. We're kind of undecided if we're going to go this week, because we're going to be going to Melissa's to eat at 7 or 7:30. So, we're like, do we want to go eat at like 2 and then go to, you know, 7 to 7:30 at Melissa's? Like, that's 5 hours later, but we'll see. I don't know. It's Halloween. It's my favorite day of the week. I can't wait. Or favorite day of the year. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, you know what I did want to look though? I think this is my 90th book that I'm reading. But it may be my 89th, because I was kind of surprised when I looked on my Goodreads. I was like, it seemed to me like I was one behind what I thought I was on. And, but then I'll tell you in a second why this little area where I stopped scares me to be stopped at. I'll tell you why. Hold on. Okay, I'm 189, so... Oh wait, what was the last book that I read? Unspeakable Things. Oh, that Unspeakable Things. Yeah, I didn't talk about that, did I? Okay, so this is my 90th book. I cannot believe it, you guys. I've read 90 books. I have 12 books left to get to my goal of 102, which was more books than I read last year. My goal was 101, I think. 100 or 101. This year I made it 102. So, to like, you know, outdo last year by a book or two. I think last year it was 100, and so this year was 102. So next year I'll make it something like 105. But, oh, the other thing is, has anybody read Invisible Friend by My Invisible Friend, or Invisible Friend by Stephen Chbosky, who wrote Perks of Being a Wallflower, which is so interesting because Perks of Being a Wallflower was like this infamous book, and it's so short, you guys. It's like right around 100 pages or something, and his newest book is like at 1,000 pages or something. It's like he's been 20 years of him writing this book. But I have the audio of it, and I actually think that, I can't remember, but when oh shoot, I can't remember her name. I want to say Julie, but that's not right. When she gifted me all those books on Audible, like I think that was one of the books that she gifted me that I had to choose like which book she was going to gift me with all of her extra credits that she didn't want to use. Somebody just emailed me about that not too long ago. About wanting to do that again, which was really sweet. I feel bad about doing that though. But and people are always like, but if I'm not going to use them, they're just going to go to waste. So I want somebody to use them, so can I gift them to you? But anyway, isn't that so sweet that people do that? But anyway, I think that was one of the books that I had her pick because it was so long. And so anyway, I was thinking about like longer books that I want to read. Like if I hit my goal of 102 and I'm not just ready to read all cozy mysteries, I thought, well, maybe I'll try some longer books and just see, because I'd like to read a couple longer books this year. There's one called, it's The Nix, N-I-X, and Andy Cohen read it, and I saw him, like a picture of him reading it somewhere, and he said it was really good. It's about a guy that hasn't, like his mom like left when he was a kid, and he hasn't like seen her since, and he like runs into her, and she's homeless and has all these mental health issues, and he supposedly tries to make it right. Like that was a book that I wanted to read. A Little Life, by, oh shoot, I can never remember the name. Hanya Yanagashara, I think. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know in the comment section below and tell me if they're worth reading. The Stand is another one. Somebody told me recently that the first half of The Stand was really good. The last half of The Stand sucked. So I'm like not convinced I even want to read it anymore. But I don't know. I can be changed on that. But I feel like I should like read. I mean, I've read some longer books this year, but I feel like I should read, you know, maybe 1 or 2 longer books. I don't know. We'll see. I told Mel if she wanted to do the book in December instead of January, we could, because I'm like closer to my reading goal, so we might do that. I don't know, we'll see. I've also been like powerhousing through these books. Come on, don't keep them going out of focus. Well, since it keeps on going out of focus and I want to listen to my audiobook anyway, I'm gonna get off here now. So sorry about the battery stuff at the beginning, that was a mess. Oh, you know what, the little focus thing is like going all over the screen. So let me get off here now, and I will say, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Friday, a beginning to Halloween weekend if you celebrate it. Thank God it's Friday. And they have all kinds of ghosts and pumpkins glowing and lit up in their yard. And I hope that you guys are going to have a spooktacular weekend. I will, of course, be vlogging every day, telling you guys what I've done and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be over here. And I have pre-filmed videos for my other channel, so I will be active on my other channels as well, plus social media, you know, I'll be over there. And I'll be checking in from time to time. So anyway, I hope you guys are going to have a fun weekend as well. And is that it? I think that's it. So anyway, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. And for those that want to hear it, and for those that need to hear it, and for anybody that just happened to stick around, put a pumpkin emoji in the comment section below for Halloween, or a ghost. You get to pick pumpkin or a ghost. And one more, I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. I wanted to come back for one more thing, because I'm listening to my audiobook, and remember when I couldn't remember the name of the manor? It doesn't matter, and I called it something mansion. It's Black Hall Manor. It's very scary. So anyway, I know it's silly, but I just wanted to tell you guys, because those kinds of things are important to me. So anyway, good night, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!